Bam! What is up? It is Shiny Boy the Sports Guru with a special video for Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. I hope everyone's having a great day on the barbecue and thanking their local veterans and soldiers for their service. I thank all you guys who watch my videos who serve or have served in our military. I am a big fan of the military, and I'm going to show you why the military is an important part of my life. Now, I personally haven't served, but I got to grow up with two guys who did serve their country. There's my dad's dad and my mom's grandfather. My dad's dad was Corporal James Quinn. He served in the Army in the Korean War. And my mom's grandpa served in World War II as a staff sergeant. He was Staff Sergeant Charles Murphy. So anyway, I got both of their flags from you get when a veteran or soldier dies, you they fold up a flag and they give it to the family. Well, I was very fortunate to know both of them, and I'm very fortunate to have both of these flags, and I consider it a great honor. So what touches me close to the military is that I got to grow up with these guys, and I got to know like their story, their times in the military. They didn't choose to go. They were both drafted. They went, and still, even though they didn't choose to go, I still feel like they served their nation and their families bravely and honorably. So Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Armed Forces Day, I think about them. I think about these two guys. And they were big parts of my life. I mean, my mom's grandfather died when I was 10, and my dad's dad died when I was 12. But still, I have very many memories of them. I still try to make them proud every day. Still try to think about them as often as I can. And I hope they're both looking down on me. So anyway, also, they got medals. Now, when you win a medal, and kids win medals, in sports and doing things, but for soldiers, you get medals for usually with your team, like meritorious service or bravery or stuff like that. The highest medal there is the Medal of Honor. And then second is, the Distinguished Service Cross in the Army. Then you got the Navy Cross and the Air Force Cross. Third highest is what's called the Silver Star. And then the fourth is either the Bronze Star or the Purple Heart. Now, the fifth one is the other one of those. But both of them have got medals for their service. So anyway, I'm gonna start with my dad's father. The first one he got was called the National Defense Service Medal. Now this is awarded for 40 days of service, and it ain't just Korea. It could be Korea, it could be Vietnam, it could be Desert Storm, or it could be the global war on terror. Now, this one was awarded for 40 days of service in any of the branches during that time. The second one he got is the United States Korean Service Medal. This was awarded for 30 consecutive days or 69 consecutive days of service in Korea. And now this one is also awarded by the U.S. government. Now the U.S. government also gives the National Defense one out, but this one is for service in Korea, in the Korean Peninsula. Army or off the coastal waters or anything like that. No, this is for 30 consecutive days or 69 consecutive days serving over in Korea. The third one he got is not awarded by the U.S. government. This is awarded by the United Nations. Now, this is the United Nations Korean Service Medal. The United Nations was all behind the Korean War effort. The north side of Korea was all communist. South side is democracy. So the U.S. was fighting as an ally on the south side. So the United Nations was all behind it, and it wasn't just the U.S., it was France, UK, all the mother nations that was helping the south side over the north. So everyone, if you got the United States Korean Service Medal, you got the United Nations Korean Service Medal too. And on the back, for service and defense of the principles of the Charter of the United Nations. So, and then the last one my grandfather got is the Republic of Korea War Medal. And this was awarded by the South Korean government. This one is for all the Allied forces of South Korea for their service in the Korean War. For service in Korea on the back, and there you can put the name of the soldier who got it and the date. Now this particular one is a foreign award. So that means it ain't nothing like bravery or anything like that. It's just for their time there. And they would always my dad always tell me the story of the time that he sat him and my uncle down and said, don't ever join the military. Don't do it. He said, like, if you get drafted and you have to go, you go, but don't ever volunteer. Don't let Uncle Sam brainwash you, you know what I mean? So, but I salute all of you who do serve, and I appreciate your service and all the brave men and women who served or did serve. I'm a big supporter of the military, and God bless all of you. Anyway, from my great-grandfather's side, my mom's grandfather, he served in World War II. He was also drafted, and during that time he got stationed on an island near Australia called New Caledonia. He was in the Air Force, and he didn't do any fighting really. My dad's dad did a lot of fighting. He was in the trenches of Korea. He was the one blazing away. Now my great grandfather here, he just built planes to drop bombs. He didn't do any like fighting or shooting or anything like that. But anyway, he also, like my grandfather did 3.5 years service, and then my great grandfather did 4 years service. So these are some of his medals. I still need 2 more, but I will get them. I'm definitely gonna get them. I'm probably gonna get them real soon. So the ones I do have, this is the Army Good Conduct Medal. This is for exemplary conduct for either 3 years of exemplary conduct, exceptionary conduct, or 1 year of good conduct during wartime. So during that time, he earned this, and for 1 year of outstanding service to his nation. This is the American Campaign Medal. Now this medal is awarded for, there are different theaters in World War II. There are different theaters, like there was the Asiatic Pacific Campaign Theater, there's the American Campaign Theater, there's the Europe, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Theater, and it depended who you were, where you were in World War II. If you were in the Asiatic Pacific, you were fighting the Japanese. If you were in the Europe, Africa, Middle East, you were fighting Germany. And the American campaign is for either training for 30 days, or you were stationed in the theater, or you were stationed there in the American theater. He got this, I believe, because of training or something like that. But hearing that, and where he was actually stationed was in the Asiatic Pacific Campaign, in a place called New Caledonia. It's a small little island off of Australia, and they had a bunch of airplanes, lots of runways. I mean, that's what he did. He built planes, so that's where he was. Now, he didn't talk about his military service too much. Neither did my dad's dad, but they still served, and I believe they still served the nation gallantly and bravely and honorably. So this is the Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal for 4 years there he served. And this is for 30 days of consecutive service in the Asiatic Pacific Campaign. And then this one is the World War II Victory Medal. Now this medal is for everyone after the war was declared over, after Germany and Japan surrendered. This was to symbolize the victory in the war. And then on the back of it, it says, United States of America, freedom from fear and want, freedom of speech and religion, 1941 to 1945. Now this one is real meaningful, because, you know, it symbolized victory and it symbolizes strength during wartime. And every one of the World War II veterans and soldiers got this. Now I'm missing one from my, missing two actually from my great grandfather. I'm missing the American Defense one. It's a gold ribbon, and that one is for either 1 year service, or you could get it any time for any length of service between 1939 and 1941, as long as you were on orders for service for at least 1 year or more. And then there's what's called the Army of Occupation Medal. I'm missing that one, and that one is for spending time in the occupied territories of enemies. So I'm missing that one for my great grandfather, but in time I will get them, and I will have the full arsenal of medals. So anyway, today is a day of remembrance and honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country, those who did serve, that are still serving. And I just want to say personally, thank you all of you who are doing your part for our country. I'm a patriotic person myself. I love the military, I love our country, and I want to say we owe you a tremendous debt of gratitude, and happy Memorial Day to all of you. Fire up those barbecues, play a game of baseball, and I will see you guys all in the next video.